Hello, my name is Robin. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you for subscribing to this channel. I very much appreciate it. And we are going to pull up some tarot angel cards for the energy of the week from December 30th through to January 5th. So what can we expect? All right, so the cards are already talking to us. So it feels like a lot of heavy energy, but it makes sense because we're going through such a change right now. So stress is the card that came up, and so often the energy of swords, if you're into tarot at all, represents a feeling of overwhelm or feeling like there are always consequences for your actions. Therefore, you're having a bit of a difficult time because you're always thinking about those consequences. So it's like the opposite of trust and faith and that sort of thing. So it's really thinking about your decisions and trying not to worry so much about the heavy energy around decisions. And so I always feel like there's an energy of really just calling in more faith energy. All right? Makes sense. All right, so beginning of the week, we have luck, Page of Pentacles, and of course we have 2020 coming in, so Happy New Year and Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays. So you can also go to robinsealing.com if you're interested in getting a personal reading with me. So this usually indicates someone who needs to wait, as we were just discussing about decisions, that not everything has to be resolved at the same time. Yes, we're in an energy of problem solving if you listen to my last week's reading or anything to do with the new moon. And we will have another eclipse coming in on the 10th of January, but we're not quite there yet. So we're feeling a lot of this new energy, and then there's going to be a lot of emotional turbulence, that sort of thing coming up. So yes, there are repercussions for our actions, but as long as you're demonstrating, patterns of behaviors that are healthy, then don't sweat it. So it's really don't get yourself worked up over relationships, things like that, okay? Ooh, Angel of Enlightenment, the Tower. And I like that they use the word enlightenment with this deck because this is a new deck for me. This is saying that it's about swallowing your pride, because it's not about what other people think of us, going back into patterns of behaviors, that sort of thing. It's about trusting that if you don't have a guilty conscience, if you're not worried about things, then that's a positive thing. So don't let other people weigh you down. All right, so if you have projects, things like that, I would say the only person weighing you down right now is you. If you're feeling badly or negative about things that you are doing, that sort of thing. So don't let your conscience eat away at you. Don't let things build up as well, especially around guilt. There may be some toxic energy around you guys, and so just get ahead of the game. Try not to fall into that, okay? Especially around New Year's, there's a lot of pressure to make changes. There's a lot of pressure with public recognition, that sort of thing. And so it's about you trusting your gut around what it is that you need right now, okay? And really, really, really trust that. Angel of Freedom, the Devil. So, oh yeah, some interesting cards coming up. This is saying that as we walk into more full moon energy that's more intense, you may find that you're going back to old ways that are actually positive for you. So maybe there are things that maybe somebody told you not to do, someone was controlling you in the past. Well, what's coming up around this as we get closer to the full moon is that you won't let other people control you anymore. And if you were in a dark time in your life, or if you had some past conflict, that sort of thing, especially around relationships, especially around finances, things like that, again, that trust factor is coming up. It's like, trust that you are the one in charge. And if other people were controlling you before, it's time to really get back into your playful side. And if you have a business, it's more about like you connecting to the right people again that maybe you didn't do before, which you always had that side to you, but you didn't allow that side to come out. And that feels more right. It's allowing the side to come out that belongs to you. Okay? And that one I could get really, really caught up in because it's a big one for everyone. So let's just pull out whatever else wants to come out. All right. We'll use these last two. Generosity, King of Pentacles. So when we're really starting out this week, we're still in the new moon energy, and as we transition in towards the end of the week, we get into the full moon. So this is saying that you have options, going back into the decisions, and discipline really comes up. There's this energy where it's like I think the old you may have gotten caught up in a lot of negative stuff or maybe material things, and this is saying that you're finally feeling more centered around wanting to be the person that you've always wanted to be, right? So you're finally finding the energies that are right for you, especially if it has anything to do with business and material things. You're finding your element, your zone, and that makes me so happy. So last card, uncertainty, Two of Swords. All right, there may have been times in your life in the past where, yeah, maybe you did what you had to do, that sort of thing. We'll call it survival mode, or you were defensive, or you felt like you need to protect your heart, whatever it was, going back into relationships. I've really been promoting sound healing lately because I'm doing a lot more of it. I am doing a sound healing and guided meditation coming up on January 12th at 7 p.m. at Physio in Motion if you are local. Please join me for that. But there's career changes and career shifts and a lot of stuff happening, and this is saying that you can't fake it anymore. You just need to be who you are. And essentially, this is going to create, problems in your life, because in order to move and go with the flow, we have to acknowledge that there are going to be obstacles. So it's not being afraid to go through life anymore, all right? So it's very much about when things are good, they stay good, and when they're bad, they tend to stay bad. And it doesn't have to be that way. It's shifting that energy towards, okay, there's sometimes things are good and sometimes things are bad, that sort of thing. And so when there's bad there, I'm going to acknowledge it, that there is also good that will come from this by handling things. All right, so that's going to differ for different people, but there are definitely people watching this that have a little bit of panic energy. So what I'm encouraging is solutions to problems. There are also other people that this is related to their interests and their passions, and they're having a hard time getting through opening doors when it comes to their interests and passions. There's a little bit of fear. So make sure that you're not, making so many changes in your life for other people. And that's kind of our theme throughout the week about other people who maybe they were controlling you in the past. Well, they're not going to do that anymore, because you absolutely won't allow yourself to fall into, things that aren't working for you anymore. There's very much a flow energy. And so, but you have to initiate these new beginnings and these new patterns while still dealing with things that are coming up. So it might be a little bit of a heavy week, but it's definitely we're changing for the better, but you have to put forward a lot, all right? So don't hide away, don't shy away from these beautiful opportunities that are certainly coming in for you guys. So take care, enjoy your 2020 turnaround, and feel free to reach out to me if you have any questions, comments. Please please subscribe if you are not a part of Robin's Healing. Take care. Bye for now.